Well, welcome to the first ever broadcast from Potawatomi Sportsbook Studio. This is an amazing setup. We just brought through ESPN and they said, I just unbelievable, jaw-dropping. This is better than any studio that we ever had. And this is just a small piece of our overall Potawatomi Sportsbook that we're about to open tomorrow to the public. And I think once the public gets to see the community, all of our gaming clients, our guests, our associates in the business, when they get here to come see this sports book, they're going to know one thing. The game's been changed. This is now the #1 retail sports book in the country. And it didn't come to you from FanDuel and DraftKings. No, it didn't. It came from you from the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And we got a little saying here in Milwaukee, comes from my man Bobby Portis Jr., and he says, teamwork make the dream work. And this whole design and build, the first man I'm going to introduce is Joe Jordan from I-5 Design. And we had partnered with two of the best in the industry, my consultant and personal mentor who helped me get to a special place, Melissa Blau. Likewise, on my right, Jerome, Klint, one of the best owners, reps in the entire business. I can't even begin to go down the line of immaculate projects that he has done, but when I got here at Potawatomi, I knew the three people I needed to call, and they're all sitting right here at this table, and they started this journey with me on day one to bring a vision to the Potawatomi Nation in order to take our casino to the next level and be ready for the competition. The way we see our business and our vision is we won't be sitting on the mountain watching the competition come. We don't want to be on the ground figuring out where they're coming and why. So when you do that, you got to put great people around you, people that you trust, treat them like you want to be treated, and always under promise and over deliver. So welcome to the first ever broadcast. I got a few words I'd like to share with, we'll start with Joe Jordan. Joe, as we thought about this sports book, we came into a huge facility that was a huge footprint, and this whole business was shut down when I showed up. And the tribe and the council looked to Melissa and myself and Joe and Jerry here and really wanted to challenge us and say, how do we create one of the best destinations in the United States? So I called Joe, he brought in, and we started working in a particular area, and it was what was the highest and best use of the real estate, right? Walking around this property. And so from that end, Joe, talk to us a little bit about what was going on in your mind when you were starting to conceive this project.
Yeah, it was great. I remember the first time we were walking through looking at areas that could potentially be a sportsbook area, and just kind of trying to look at it with a clear mind for anywhere within the large expanse you have here. But we walked into the Northern Lights Theater. It was closed at that time, and we were just kind of doing a tour and said, this could work. At that time, this entire theater was flipped 180. So the theater actually this was the upper mezzanine where this screen is right now. And it was aimed and tiered down towards the stage, which was on the casino wall. And we thought, hey, this is a great space. I mean, it's got the expanse, it's got the height. We know we could put a screen in it. And then as we got discussing it, Melissa decided to throw the biggest wrench in there she possibly could and said, hey, why don't we reverse this? Let's go 180. And Jerry and I tried our best to educate Melissa on construction.
No, my hair was brown. And look at it, I'm 39 years old. So, but thank you, Melissa, because at the end of the day, absolutely 100% the right decision. And here we are today in something that everybody who's walked in thus far. And mind you, we're experts in the Vegas market.
Yeah.
And our friends and associates who walk in here go, hey, I'm telling you, there's a couple of people that ought to be scared of what you guys did here.
Yeah. Well, doing that, I think from that was the key that unlocked the plan, that we ended up with a 120-foot wide screen that we could have never done anywhere else. We have, a mezzanine area, so we've got tiered seating throughout. Just a really amazing experience. Even pictures of the space don't do any justice to what the experience is. And, we're really excited that Potawatomi, thought big, dreamed big on what can happen and followed that through, because this is going to be really top in the nation for this kind of venue.
So Melissa, you're getting praise from two of the best guys in the industry. Like to think I do a pretty good job too, and I can't thank you enough for being a mentor and connecting me with the right people. I met you through sports betting and online gaming, and we were together in Michigan, and I came over here, and nobody had ever opened a sports book in Wisconsin yet, so we partnered together and said, look, Potawatomi Nation has always done things for themselves. We didn't feel that we needed a FanDuel or DraftKings to help us, and I think that's obvious with now that we have the #1 retail sports book in the country, in my opinion. So as you were working with us and watching us try to figure out where we needed to put this sports book, talk to us about the advice and kind of your thought process, will you?
So I always felt I can see it, but I think you guys didn't see it. You saw it differently than I did for a little while, and I think it was a little lonely out there sticking to my guns. As you were teaching me construction and the amount of concrete that was in the building prior to our arrival. But all I can say was that's why you hired me, to stick to my guns. I remember when you presented the compromise plan, and I just sat there thinking, okay, you have, as a player, you haven't thought of me, because I'm sitting in a hallway next to a poker room, and I really just think we need to blow out the northern lights, unfortunately. So it was a little lonely there, though, I would say. But I'm glad that you listened, and you supported me,
100%.
and you supported, and I couldn't, it was just my conviction. But we made the decision at the end of the day, and this is, I think, just the beginning. I view sports as the beginning for a digital journey, a digital transition, as we launch mobile sports betting and bring mobile wagering into the gaming experience, and push that forward to give players a variety of the things that they want.
And when I listened to my partners, what I understood about the industry, right? And you always hear that quote, you want to go where the puck's going, not where it is today, right? And so when we talked about this sports book, the industry, man, we've just changed so quickly from this heavy, build the house for Easter retail, March Madness, playoff, Super Bowl type of stadium style setup. But, now mobile has taken a vast hold across the United States, state by state, and it's circling us. It's here. Whether it is legal or illegal, sports betting is happening, and it's mobile. That brings to life, in my mind, a new venue, and this venue now has to withstand time and be here for a decade. So that means it needs to be a dining experience that people can gather, enjoy, feel excitement, and be the absolute #1 place I want to get my best friends in the world and family and come down and sit and dine and eat and enjoy entertainment in a facility like this. So we felt like we pushed that limit, crossed those lines, and built this immersive experience now that is in this post-only retail sports betting world, and has lifted it and understand how gaming operations have to build these sports books when mobile is here or mobile is on your front door. So, and one thing I like to add with, Melissa too, the food and beverage and the brands and the designs and continuing to challenge us and pushing us, and all three of these guys, they all know that I don't put them around me to be yes men. All I do is get challenged and know we work, and it's an honor, and Melissa knows so many people in the industry, not just. I mean, she knows hospitality and gaming. She's been in this for decades and has made great connections. So she connected me with individuals who put some of the key people in place that have helped me get where I am today. And that had nothing to do with iGaming sports betting, by the way. You just did it because you cared and you knew that I believed in you and you believed in me, and that we were trying to transform the industry and finally create something for, to show all of the nations and all of the success that they are having out there. All of you tribes, we're proud of what you're doing and how you're doing it, no matter what. We wanted to be able to take this venture and this journey in our own way, in our own path, and deliver something epic. And this is one of the most state-of-the-art retail sports books in the country. So one last thing I'm gonna say is, Jerome and Jerry, you two coming on board to, it truly resonates what a team can do when individuals trust themselves. But also, the Forest County Potawatomi Nation and its executive leadership, the chairman, the vice chair, their executive council, they stood behind us every inch of the way. And that's very difficult when you bring change to an organization and start pushing it to its limits. We have to have leadership that has patience and gives us that runway to achieve our goals and to continue to strive and thrive. And without that, we couldn't have created what we did. If they were, on our shoulders 24/7, digging into everything that we were doing, it would have been confused. It would have messed us up. We needed belief, we needed trust, we needed the room to deliver and constantly give them the updates that they require, which are on time and on budget. And so, with that said, we had a lot of key moments. Maybe, Jerry, you can talk about some of the key moments that really made this special.
Yeah, I would say the anchor moment, the linchpin moment, was when we didn't vote Melissa off the island, and she had me at hello here. And so, you're right. And it's going to cost a lot more money. It's going to be more difficult. It's going to add time to the project. But just as Dominic pointed out, council backed us on that decision 100%. And we've delivered on it. And Melissa's vision went beyond that. This isn't just sports betting. This is entertainment venue. There's sports on 24/7 now. You can find something to watch if you like cricket or badminton or whatever. But there's an opportunity here for a VIP experience on the mezzanine level up here. There's opportunities for fabulous dining. In fact, they've named it the kitchen at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and some of the other team they brought in. So the trust we talked about from council, from everybody, all the stakeholders involved, goes deep into all the departments here. And I just want to thank you too, Dominic, for the trust you've engaged with us, allowing us to be the people we need to be the messenger bearers to you, and just for being involved in what is really, I believe, going to become one of the top 3 sports books in the entire country.
Absolutely.
Well, we're already number 2.
Yeah. Okay. Well then.
By numbers.
Room for one more.
Okay.
And that was just
Thanks
temporary.
again, Don.
True. I think one other thing in that is there's always multiple diverging points where kind of go, do we go the easier, the cheaper route, the more convenient route, or do we go the right route? And I think at all those points, you always wanted to go the right route. And I think, like you're saying, the council backed us on those. There were things that were a lot harder in this construction, costlier, timelier, in the construction of it. But it was kind of number one was, is it the right thing? And yes, it is. So we're going that direction. I think it really paid off.
We would be remiss not to mention Gilbane Greenfire,
Yeah.
which is the contractor who actually performed the work here, and the team. They've been, again, true partners in the truest sense of the word on the journey.
No, it's epic, and I think that resonates with what we've been trying to preach here, and it's it's not worth doing if you're not going to do it right.
Yes.
In the story, make the quote. Period. I mean, don't waste your time. I mean, don't let people hold you back and hold you down. You got to remain with your convictions and what you know is right, and don't sell out just because that's what they want, and give them a cheaper, easier version that they'll be okay with, you know, a nice little sports and social and some foosball, you know. No, you continue to push the ticket and deliver amazing projects. And I tell you, the team down here, my frontline team members, the 2,400 people that we have in this building are amazing. It's phenomenal to do something amazing with them, and for them to be on the journey and see it, and to see their excitement, to see the look on their face and be like, look, they've watched 30 years of gaming here at Potawatomi and have never seen anything like this. So for us all three to come together and, in my eyes, be the dream team to deliver, and it's no doubt that the end product speaks for itself, hands down. So thank you to each one of you, and I think this is a wrap for the first ever broadcast in Potawatomi Sportsbook Studio, but it won't be the last.